3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
All right, 5 o'clock on a Monday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips. I'm merely Brad Powers. Before we get to your questions, comments, concerns, before we recap what was a terrible best bet, I believe 5 and 9. Zach will correct me if I'm wrong on that one. I think you count the parlay 5 and 10. Before we get to that, before we talk the big games, obviously they delivered, not necessarily for the pocketbook, but if you're a college football fan, we had several big games, and they all came down to the wire, to say the least. Before we get into all that, in case you've been living under a rock, Hit the Books is brought to you by FanDuel. And speaking of FanDuel, in case you haven't heard of them, make every moment more this college football season with a win on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Talk about FanDuel and what I like about them. I can tell you this. I like that they're early to market. Sometimes maybe a little too early for my liking, but you can't argue with the fact that they're first to market win totals, FCS, FBS, you name it. FanDuel has been there. Even some, player props and some of the other alternative markets, the derivative markets that are out there. So love FanDuel. We love FanDuel. And right now, all customers can get a profit boost every single college football game day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. And they're going to have some parlay boost builders for this week's biggest games, whether it be Alabama, Tennessee, I'm guessing. Obviously, there's a little game in Austin, Texas that might pique your interest called Georgia at Texas. Again, those profit boosts will be available for those big games. And you can use those bets on spreads, live bets, and totals, and so much more. Again, FanDuel Sportsbook. You can visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer, must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in requirements. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/l.com. Knish, what's happening, man?
I tell you what, great weekend of football. Not great weekend for the old balance sheet there. Woke up. I didn't. Let me tell you something. Younger Joey K would have watched every snap of this. Older Joey K, I didn't see one snap of the Hawaii game. Woke up, looked at my phone, and just put my head down and shit. 7 points. 7 points for Hawaii. God,
that was awful.
7 points. I didn't watch any.
28 for Boise is just as surprising.
So yeah, that was shot. I will say though, the game I did stay up for, that Oregon-Ohio State game. Ooh, baby. That was some football right there. That was some college football. Enjoyed that one. Didn't enjoy the result. Kind of enjoy if I'm financially didn't enjoy the result. Personally, kind of old Ryan Day. Let me get your instant reaction on that. If I'm an Ohio State fan, if I can be objective and get past the fury of losing, I think they're okay. I wouldn't feel great about this coaching staff in general, but I still think after going through 7 weeks, Ohio State's the best team in the country. Not by a lot of margin, not by, the tailgate 10. They're 3 touchdowns better than anybody else on a neutral. Even after that game, I still think they're the best team in the country. And I might be shopping some natty futures this week if I'm being might be shopping for the best price on some Buckeyes. I don't think they lose again this regular season.
That's not saying much. They'll be favoring every game.
I don't think they lose again in the Big Ten. They win the Big Ten championship. They win out and go to the playoff.
Wow, that's a hot take. I thought you were going to say they're going to win out, period.
Well, Well, I mean, I'm gonna bet it like they're gonna win out. Period. But
All right, fair enough.
listen, I mean,
I don't concur. I think there's massive problems. I don't. We'll see if they get corrected. I thought they were corrected this offseason with the addition of key players with the $30 million quote unquote roster. I don't see it. I don't see the physicality at the line of scrimmage that it takes to win a national championship. Again, I thought they were fortunate that the game came down to the final play. I thought Oregon made some mistakes. Otherwise, they give up a 40 spot to Oregon. And look, this isn't the best Oregon offense we've ever seen either. Go look at Oregon's games. Struggled against Idaho. 2 of their touchdowns against Boise were via kick return. I mean, 31 against Michigan State, 34 against UCLA, and easily could have put a 40-something on the Buckeyes. So Jim Knowles in a big game, I don't trust anymore. I don't trust Ryan Day's management in a big game. You can blame Will Howard all you want. I've seen this before. I can't believe how bad they were defensively. There wasn't one thing I could hang my hat on for Ohio State's defense. Not up front, we weren't getting any pressure. The back end was totally lost. Yeah, I mean, you got Denzel Burke was targeted 8 times, gave up 7 for 180 yards. That's literally like throwing a football game. That's what that looks like. I mean, I thought the offense was fine. I would have ran the ball a little bit more, and Travion Henderson might have touched it a little bit more, but I don't concur with, everything's okay in Columbus. I don't think it is.
Let's play it. So
comes up short in the big games.
Do you if they lost at Penn State, finished the year 10-2, are they in? Because then Oregon's in, Penn State's in, Indiana's in. Does the Big Ten get a 4th? Are they in at 10-2?
Yeah, it depends on what happens. I mean, the SEC teams are going to beat each other up, I would guess. I mean, this is a TV show. That's what people are failing to grasp.
I agree.
TV show probably has 10-2 Ohio State in. That's pathetic that we're even talking about that. I mean, I expected them to win. When you lose, okay, can they lose? Yeah, well, that's why they were only a 3-point favorite. But just the way they lost bothered me. It really did. It irked me that they didn't have that short up defensively. It was just, that's not Ohio State. If your Michigan Wolverines the last 3 years played like that defensively, what would your reaction be?
I mean, I wouldn't think they're a national championship team. I'll tell you that. So
yeah, that's not national championship football. Whatever. I don't think Oregon's. We'll see what Oregon is, but again, I didn't see it. The one of the reasons why I was betting Ohio State is because I didn't think Oregon was that great coming into the game, and they made Oregon's offense look pretty good. But
speaking of frauds. Oh, your boy, and we called it on. I'll give you this show. At least we've been lockstep in one thing. That's Lane Kiffin not being a national championship coach. I mean, you can't lose that game. You can't lose that game. It doesn't matter. He's going to, Florida will throw $100 million at him. He'll be fine. He's got a hot young blonde wife, all that, but. He's too casual. It's casual Lane. You cannot lose that game to an LSU team that I don't even think played that well. Who were missing top options on offense, and now that's a game to Kentucky and a game to LSU. You should have won both. You lost both, and now you're probably out of the playoff. You lose one more, you're probably out of the playoff.
Oh, they're definitely out. And they got Georgia left. We'll see. And Georgia might be in desperation mode too. So who do you trust in that one with desperation? The team. I mean, keep in mind, Ole Miss lost by 38 to Georgia last year. So, I mean, for the most part, they're done. They're out, which is unacceptable. Considering
with the money that they put into the roster and the year and the talent they had coming back. Listen.
That's why the win total was 9.5, and I didn't see anybody screaming, at least in our respected circles, screaming to bet the over.
That's it. I mean. That is what you get with Lane Kiffin right there. Like those kind of losses. Maybe, fun offense, fun
8.5,
interviews, recruiting, all that. But when you need win, I mean, he's like a good looking casual Ryan Day. He's like the same thing. You need him in a big spot and he completely, loses his shit. So that was, man, if I'm an Ole Miss fan, I'm not happy.
Yeah, a couple more. Penn State USC. Did you get a chance to check that one out? Obviously, SC played well early. They're up 20-6. That's a game you got to win. I know you're an underdog, but you got to hold on at home there. I mean, you already got 2 losses. You're up against it. You there? Did we lose you? Did we lose Knish? Am I alone in losing Knish?
We lost him. We lost
am I back? You got me?
He's back.
I'm back. All right. You said, you gave me, you said Penn State game. You gave me a heart attack. I almost, my internet lost up. But, I mean, the game landed in the 3-point win was financially what I like to see from Joey K there. But, I mean, I don't come out of that game being like, man, I feel like Penn State doesn't have a gear on offense that they need. I don't think they're going to beat Ohio State, even at home.
No, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, Tyler. I got me and Bud Elliott going head to head for that stupid Mackey Award. Of course, fanning court. We're going to go over BG Northern Illinois, but Warren has the game of a lifetime, and he needed it for them to win against a USC team that I don't know. I mean, nice of them to come back and win and keep the season and the dreams alive and all that stuff. I'm still not overly impressed by just from what I'm seeing on a week in, week out basis with Penn State from a Big Ten title and national title perspective. Again, it can have a nice year, but I don't see them versus Ohio State anymore.
One more I want to get to, and then we'll get to the chat.
Coach Brian?
Hopefully some people are appreciating the GOAT a little bit more these days because the Alabama Crimson Tide are an effed up football team right now.
Yeah.
Very fortunate. If Sellers is an average quarterback and not a knucklehead with the football, careless, South Carolina beats Alabama. It's as simple as that. I mean, the fact that South Carolina had a chance to win with 4 turnovers and a missed field goal and still had a chance, probably could have been, if the quarterback throws to a first down instead of throwing up a Hail Mary with 7 seconds left. There's a lot of problems with Alabama. I mean, can't protect the quarterback still. Defense is the worst in 20 years. You're number 115 in the country in penalties. You don't do little things well. It seems like a little bit. They're not buttoned up. I'll just put it that way. Celebrations and stuff like that. There is the sheriff has left that town. To say the least. That guy brought it. When we go across the country and we talk about inconsistency and people not being dialed in on a week-to-week basis, you got to respect Saban being dialed in for 17 years for the most part.
Yeah.
Not mess. You didn't have South Carolina games under Nick Saban. No,
you really, I mean, you really come to appreciate that once you see it and then it's gone because there are coaches that can get their team ready and up week in, week out, almost every single week for years on end. So yeah, no, you nailed it because that.
You got the baseball game on? What you got?
What about you? No, you think I'm watching baseball? But no,
I didn't know. You keep looking to your left. I'm like, what is he looking at?
Oh no, I got the stupid dogs over here, making a note. But no, listen, you think that I'm not? Joey K is not watching any baseball.
I'm not either. I didn't know there was a game on until somebody. I heard somebody hooting and hollering. I'm like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, baseball game. Unbelievable.
No, we got to touch on one more because I watched every snap of this miserable game.
Which one?
Bowling Green. God damn it. Dream crushing Green in UNI. Not only does Northern Hampton gets hurt. First of all, the kid misses 2 field goals from inside 40 in the first half in the game that's going to be a slog. And I wanted to ring his. Not even. It's like long. It should change it to short because he can't make a field goal from 30 yards. Misses 2 of them. Then Northern Illinois' quarterback gets hurt. We're like, okay. Then Bays gets hurt, and I don't know who they brought in, but good Lord,
Lucien.
Man, he looked like a poor man's Alex Orgy.
Yeah.
We might have a best bet in this week's game or 2 coming up because
a lot of injuries.
I
don't think the market had that. But somebody's sleeping at the wheel. They're focused on baseball, hockey, NBA, college hoops. I don't know. A lot of people. There we go. I was wondering where's she at today. I mean, I know we were. Hopefully, we're unburdened by our record last week. So
Yeah.
what can be? I'm burdened by what has been, what can be. Isn't that what she says? Unbelievable. Yeah, BG. So you were watching it. How serious are the injuries? Because I mean, you can't get good reports on the
out of the match.
Are they both out this week?
Looked like he tried to come back. It looked like a high ankle. It was it's some kind of ankle, but he tried to come back. He couldn't. By the end of when he tried to come back, like he was barely walking on the sideline. Hampton was a concussion, so that's usually a week. So I would be surprised.
Every game in the MAC's a bit, important. So,
right. You can lose any week. Yeah. So I would expect you and I are out this week.
All right, fair enough. That's what we need. That's what we need to know. Now, we didn't mention best bet, but I mean, you can take that info with what you want. Let's get to unless you want to give out a best bet right now on that. If you got inside info,
I got to talk to the freshman student reporter at the Falcon Hair. But I mean,
you want to? Hey, what was with the Kent?
Oh,
there's some shenanigans
about it.
The Kent State Ball State game. The Central Michigan Ohio game. What is going on with these games?
The Mafia now? Like the TV deal wasn't enough, so they had to sell their stuff to a criminal syndicate. What is going on with some of these games?
I don't know. They're betting them. I mentioned they're betting these games like they know the final. We look at the scoreboard. Oh, they didn't know what they're talking about, and then yet at the end they did. I mean, Central Michigan's had like 3 of those games this year. You're like, what is going on? I mean, it depends on what number you got every week. Come on. And it's not that, honestly, the game can fall wherever it is, but it's like the movement before the game and then it falls right,
And then falls and
like literally if you can middle every one of these games, like I don't know.
You got a 9-point lead. You give up a 60-yard touchdown to Kent State. What?
that hurt.
All right. I mean, just with what we've talked about here, we've talked way too much MAC. Kent State plus 21 or better. I don't think Bays plays. And I will say, flash fast offenses looked all right. I'm back on Kent State. I'm off of Rice. Of course, Rice wins on a last-second touchdown. Yeah. I'm back on my 2023 Kent State stuff.
All right, 21 or better. You got that, Zach?
Yeah. I think FanDuel 20.5. There's plenty of 21s in the market. Give me Kent State.
Wow.
I've already betted at multiple numbers, including 21. So I don't think this offense. Listen, if Bays plays and they blow him out, I'll take the heat next Monday. But I don't think he's playing. You should be able to beat Kent State without him, but they can't throw what are they going to do on offense without him. So, and I think Kent State's actually the offense is somewhat.
Yeah, I like that. I like their passing offense. They got a couple of receivers that can play.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of us. Let's get to the stars. That'd be you guys, the listeners. John Hudson, first in line today. How do you? Well, funny that we did not plan this. How do you boys like your rice? Do you like it brown, white, fried, steamed, stewed? Maybe used as a bed for a baked Roadrunner? Let me know. I'm cooking tonight.
Yeah. John, I hope you. I'm about to put some anthrax in your rice there, or whatever that was. I tell you what,
that was another one. I think I laid 3.5. They're up 4. Rice went right down the field.
Me too. I probably had one of the only 3 minus 110 on UTSA. Yeah. Thought it was great, and
until it wasn't.
And there was like a 4th and 27 or something. Rice converted on the last drive with a penalty. Some other I don't know. I mean, no. I think I'm 0 for the season on Rice games this year. So.
I gotta think. Yeah, I think I am too. Ugh. They playing this week? I didn't see them. Are they? They are. Oh wow. I bet the over. You know what? I bet the over in last week's game too. So those scores at the end helped. But
yeah, same day.
Okay,
yeah.
So I do have some wins. I bet the over in this game. You got any thoughts on that? The side seems about right. I think Tulane's. Everyone's talking Army Navy. I think Tulane's the machine in that conference.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not laying 21.5 though, but I'm
just saying, I agree, but I didn't come out of that Rice UTSA game being like Rice has turned it around.
Yeah.
I would agree with you over there.
Over.
You want to lock it in best bet at 53.5?
Yeah, what did I bet it at? Let me look. It wasn't too far. Yeah, I bet it at 52.5. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
there we go. Another best bet. Over 53.5.
Under a few keys there. So
yeah, I made it 58. So yeah, I like that one quite a bit. John also asked about another American Conference game. Charlotte plus 17 or better. That would be the side I would look at that price. I haven't gotten there yet. I was trying to be greedy and get a little bit more than 17.5 probably as a go.
Yeah,
Where are you at there?
I mean, I guess it depends how much of a quarterback upgrade you think Purdy was on the Charlotte. Because, I mean, they were playing a few guys that were, like, unplayable. Now, yeah. I mean, their last game at a bye, they looked pretty good. I would definitely lean the Charlotte way. I agree with you. I was hoping to get
I need 17.5.
Yeah, I was trying to get a better
Friday, and we need best bets 7. It'll be under consideration, but again, 17.5. I wouldn't have to think about it. I just would bet.
Yep.
All right. Charles Saul in the chat. Dilfer still employed. Yeah, last I checked, everyone's still employed so far, which is interesting.
I mean,
I would have had someone gone by now.
I was going to say maybe the pressure just isn't there as much at UAB, but I don't know how are you still like.
The problem with that one might be the people who hired him might also be gone. So that might be the delay there.
That's fair.
Give me the USF quarterback, won't matter. How is Kitna also on the UAB team? I know the total is too high for you guys, but can we laugh at the New Mexico total for a minute? I did more than laugh at it. I saw an 80 for like the first time. Yeah, for the first time in a couple years. I saw an 80. I took the under I had to. 80. I
did not know it got up. I saw high 70s. I did not know it got
circa 80. It went to 80. It was last night. About 8:00 your time, I want to say. It hit 80. I'll tweet the ticket just because I haven't seen an 80 in a while.
I was gonna say I can't recall. We'll have to.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I mean, obviously it's happened. I've seen high 80s before. I think it was like an Oregon Cal or Colorado. I think it was Oregon Cal when Dykes was at Cal and Oregon was still, but offensively. So I hadn't seen that in a while. So I did take under there. As far as South Florida, I agree. I actually thought the backup was okay. I mean, we bet Memphis. It was one of our few games that we cashed. We had good info there. Got a good result, but I thought South Florida moved it okay. So I would agree. Anything under 14, I bet South Florida there. I'm sure you passed.
I did. I have, but I'm not. I guess this is gonna sound. I watched some of that. I thought UAB's offense, even with Kitna, moved the ball pretty. They had 2 turnovers inside the 10. I don't know. I thought offensively, I thought it was all right. Defensively, they're dead, like absolute dead. So yeah, I don't know if I want to be catching the knife with UAB at all. And I know you had said, and I think good info from last week. Brown might be a multi-week injury, so
yeah, I was told he was gonna be out a while.
Yeah, if I knew he was back under 14 for sure.
Pete Thamel had him playing.
I know.
But I told you on the Saturday show, I was like, I don't think I'd be.
I know you scooped Bill Tham there. He was. I'm glad. I love to see Thamel take L's. So
yeah, what an idiot. I told you, I was like, no, I'm pretty comfortable with this info. He's not playing, and
yeah, Bryce Archie. Man, they didn't run. They couldn't run the ball at all. Yeah, I'm not there without Brown.
Yeah, I can't give it out, but I did. I'm not gonna give it out as the best bet now with backup quarterbacks, but I did bet South Florida. Charles. Nope. Hold on. Action Sports Central. What am I missing with Rutgers? Thought they were a good value bet last week. Well, we thought so too. Then they got steamed.
Oh boy.
Same thing already happening this weekend. Well, I'm a part of the steam this weekend. Although I wouldn't be betting it now. No. It's moved like 4 points. I did bet UCLA long time ago, like galaxy far away, like yesterday when it was way different. Bad spot though for UCLA this week compared to last week. So I'm not wild about it now. I mean, I'm telling you, if it got to 3, I'd bet Rutgers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think if you didn't jump on the UCLA train early, yeah, you probably wait to see if this goes any lower, and then we might be back in Piscataway here, on Friday. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's about right now. But if it keeps coming in, yeah, I wouldn't again. Rough result versus Wisconsin, but
oh my god, that was
one of the more maybe the most surprising result of the day for me. Not that they lost, but just the way, like, you fucking buried.
We got to think about Wisconsin now. They buried Purdue. Purdue did not get buried last week. So is this a
it
team
might be coming together in Madison.
Pull up, Zach. Can you pull up Wisconsin Northwestern? I just want to see the price. What do you think about that? Wait, I can tell you I laid 6.5.
Did you?
Yeah. I just looking at the stats in those last couple weeks. I'm like, is this
only 6.5 on the board? Let's do it.
All right, best bet.
Yeah,
Wisconsin 6.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. And again,
I don't mind playing Northwestern off the upset win.
Yeah.
I think Wisconsin could be. They might be figuring some things out.
Nope, that's fair. And you know what? I liked the Northwestern bump, of getting but now I feel like, it's a little bit you ride it for a few. It's kind of how the market goes, you know what I'm saying? Northwestern, they make a quarterback change, you get a little bit of juice there, you have a couple nice spots to back them, and then you get, the price swings the other way, and now you gotta fade it. So yeah, I like it under 7 there.
Yeah, under 7. That's all that was. They were playing a number there. All right. Charles in the chat, can we get state of the MAC update? Who's healthy? Can you make some calls, BP? Need you to make sure Kent State pays for the backdoor last week. Well, no, it looks like Knish likes them to cover against BG. I can't disagree with him. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I gotta look. Did I bet a bunch of MAC games? I probably did though. I think I did more totals and sides of this week. I just Ball State. You know what the surest thing is? Ball State overs in the MAC.
They really.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm sure I'm gonna bet Ball State over. Who is the best team in the MAC? Toledo. I think Northern Illinois when they're healthy.
Yeah, I got it. God damn it, too. I hate you.
I just think they had a bad. They were. Keep in mind they were leading Buffalo. They just had made a couple critical errors. Kind of not dialed in after the Notre Dame upset.
Yeah.
Go look at the NC State game. They held them like 180 yards. It was awesome. I think when they're playing, whose A game is the best? It's Northern Illinois. From
their defensive line is probably the best unit in the MAC. Like they can get after, and I mean it's like a power 4 level defensive line because they shredded BG's O line on Saturday, and they've done. I mean they were getting after NC State, Notre Dame. Like their defense when it's on is definitely the best unit in the MAC.
They have a good secondary that can lock people down too.
Yeah.
So,
and that's kind of all you really need to. That's all you need to really do is lean on in the MAC. Yeah, one good unit, and they play a little like their offense is all right, but they don't.
Ask me after this Toledo game. I'm not super confident about that game. Are you? Have you bet that game yet?
No, because I don't think Hampton's playing in the backup. I don't think the way they're going to be, like the way Northern Illinois wants to play. I don't know if Toledo, or I don't know if they can.
Gleason, he got hurt too, didn't he, for Toledo?
Yeah, but I don't think that was
serious.
I don't think.
I thought some of it was performance at first when I was reading, but I thought I read somewhere where he got banged up a little bit. If you watched the Toledo Buffalo game, I think we were on the air when that game was going.
Well, that John Allen Richter came in and
actually, I thought I saw that in the box score. Played a lot, not just threw played a lot. They threw it a lot. I don't know who that is, honestly. I gotta watch a lot of MAC football. I guess.
To a T.
I guess what I'm getting at is if Northern Illinois beats Toledo, maybe we jump in and see what the MAC prices are, because then I'd be comfortable saying Northern Illinois is probably by far the best team. Action Sports Central. Never thought I'd see the premiums you have to pay to take Army and Navy. I agree with that, especially in the Army game this week. Same thing on the bad teams like UAB and Air Force. Point spread and taxes are rivaling the Hugh Jackson era Browns.
Oh yeah, but it's funny. That Hugh Jackson Browns team. Boy, that cost me a lot of money week after week.
Did you do? We talked about the Navy. I did bet East Carolina when I saw 18. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was
you
gonna say, I
guys
saw
are
an
kidding me.
18. I wouldn't touch it now. I mean,
Yeah.
18, 17. Past that,
Let's just see. Let's wait till later in the week because the tout service considered East Carolina at 17 this morning.
yeah,
But then I was thinking, I don't know, these people betting Army, like, I mean, again, like they know the final. Let's see what happens later in the week. But people are just betting numbers today.
I mean, also, East Carolina's last game, they lost by 30 to Charlotte, and
Yeah.
their QB and Cattenhauser
Agree.
was awful. So
They got run over. I think allowed like 300 yards rushing.
yeah. So I
agree.
I'm gonna need that's one of those where I'm gonna need the right number to bet ECU.
Yes. That thought process entered my mind when I was like, do I give this out? I'm like, nah. I was chicken. Teeks, any material adjustments for Morrison, Mertz, and Rising? Sounds like a law firm, Morrison, Mertz, and Rising, or late 1960s rock band. Benjamin Morrison, I know people are making a big deal out of it, and he's a great corner. As long as Notre Dame doesn't get anybody else hurt, I think they're okay. They've got some young guys that have been playing well, to say the least. Mertz, I'll get to that in a second. Rising, obviously, I don't think he's worth that.
You know anymore?
Yeah, I mean, the way he played on Friday night, I don't think there is one.
No,
I
agree.
actually think it might be a positive that he's not playing. Mertz, I didn't see much of an adjustment, and I disagree with it. So I like Kentucky. Where are you at on that game?
Me too. I and you know
Where
what?
are you at there? DJ Lagway's more talented, but on a consistent down-to-down basis, Mertz is worth 2.5, 3 points. I didn't see the market react at all. Another injury. The running back, Johnson, who's really good.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's going to play either. I like Kentucky.
Me too.
Best bet Kentucky.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think Mertz is at least worth something. And it's
I think a couple points.
I almost don't even want to dock Kentucky too much for the Vandy. You know, it was an ugly performance, but at the same time,
Vandy might be good.
Vandy's right.
Yeah.
Like, they're just a good team. Like, I know people are like, it's Vandy. If you've been watching college football for 50 years, like, how is they losing to Vandy? This is a different Vandy team. So, yeah, give me the 2. I bet some 3 out there. I'd take 2.5. I don't know if they're still a dog. They'll definitely be in the money line. I'll tell you that. Because, yeah, I agree with you. I think you're getting the better team.
See how that is like magic. He shows the screen 2.5.
Yeah.
Comes back to it 5 seconds later. It's 1.5. Magic, folks.
I think anything with
Zach
plus
Phillips
on Kentucky is a good bet there.
Yeah, I like Kentucky a lot. I was just wanting to see. I'm too greedy. I was waiting for a 3. You got a 3?
Yeah.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
Joey Marcus was able to snipe that one there, but I'm double dipping.
I'm telling you, folks, I don't think you're gonna need a 3. I think.
Yeah,
I think Kentucky closes.
I'm not letting the 3, or the 2.5 stop me from adding some more positions.
Yeah. So. I think Kentucky closes favorite.
I agree with you.
Burt Brownies, good day, fellas. Can you give me some thoughts on Oklahoma State, BYU? Market loves BYU. Oklahoma State, last we saw them, they're terrible. Multiple games in a row. They are off a bye. I thought if we're going to see some life, it'd be this game. I'm not buying BYU yet. They've been outgained their last 3 games.
Where do you think? See, this one's got me a little thrown on the market wise. Because I tell you what, I was kind of at the current prices. I like. Do you think we see a 10 here?
Yeah, I think we might see a 10. The doctor's on BYU. Horseshoes on BYU.
Yeah, that doesn't throw.
So let's wait. Let's wait on that one. I kind of like Oklahoma State. Again, it's not that I liked what I've seen, but I just think this is it. I mean, we either see it or they're not even going to go to a bowl game. BYU, I'm not buying. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fluke stuff in their last 3-4 games. So I don't know. Horseshoe texted me. It's the only game that's moved against me so far. And, of course, that's the game you texted me on. Tell me how bad of a pick it was. No, thank you for the, get me ahead of the Notre Dame team by 3 points. None of that. This Auburn game that's going to move 2-3 points. No, it's like, man, you made boy, looking at your list of all your bets. See them all? Boy, you made a bad bet. That one Oklahoma State bet's bad out of 52. Whatever.
I mean, there's some.
Is there 10s?
There's 10s.
Let's go.
Right.
Oklahoma State plus 10, best bet.
I'm in at 10. I was gonna say, yeah, like I can't get the 10 on this one. So
3 weeks ago, what is that line? Pick?
Right.
I mean, yeah, there we go. Plus 10. Now we're really involved.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it on a Friday night, Fez's night. Friday night. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Could be back to back. Very good Friday nights. I'll put it that way. And I never texted him once about that. Never tweeted it, never texted it. Now we will. Speaking of Oklahoma State, now we will be on the attack on Friday night. You best believe it.
Speaking of Friday night, I got to get your take on the Duke Florida State game.
That was another doctor play.
Well, okay, because was that the steam this morning?
Yeah, he gave out a lot. He must have been seeing the same thing I did, that the board was there to be taken today, because he gave out like 6-7 plays. He's never done that at one point this year, not on a Monday. There must be another service out of the market. Maybe that's why. I'm more interested in Florida State.
Me too. There was some 4.5s that came up after the doctor released, and the good doctor, Dr. Knish, took a little partake in that. You want a little trivia? I got texted from my boy. What's Duke's all-time record versus Florida State?
0-21. 1-21.
0-22. Never beat
him.
Yeah,
I know college football.
Yeah, so first time for everything, but hopefully by less than 4 points. What
are we doing? Do you want to do something with that right now? I don't care.
Even at 3 is the boy.
Let's wait till Friday.
All right.
Anxious to see what happens with that. Yeah,
there you go. Zach right on it.
That was 20. That one was a weird result, because I think Duke would have won that game if Riley Leonard's healthy. They're winning that game, and he got banged up again. They brought him back too soon last year. They were winning like 17-7, I want to say. All right.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I think Duke sucks.
A lot of this market is just the release gets put out, moves 1.5, 2 points. People think this market is way too efficient for that. We play back the other side. So
this Duke offense has no juice whatsoever. To lay more than a field goal against, and I know Florida State, there has been a disaster, but
I hear you. They haven't played that tough of a schedule either, Duke.
No.
So, very fortunate. Northwestern game, remember that game? Very fortunate. North Carolina game, down 20-0, somehow come back. I mean, what's this? Change a player. I always say that. Change a player to what's the line. Just one play. What's the line on the game? 83.5. Just telling you. So revisit Friday. What about tomorrow night's games? Here we go from Bert. Anything playable? Some rough Conference USA action. I haven't been good on these.
See you. It ain't like MACtion, baby. The CUSA Tuesdays just don't hit the same, because boy, that conference sucks. I don't think I have any. One of my guys liked Kennesaw.
I bet Kennesaw above 10. I need above. Well, I mean, you're going to lay points to the Middle Tennessee's defense? No way. Fez is in the chat, apparently. Dude, we already got it, buddy. All right, I'll go. No, I'm not going. I already bet this. I already got 4 bets on this game at bad numbers. No. Just to make sure you get your comeuppance when I'm tweeting at you on Friday. But do you want to take him on? I mean, I'm not getting overexposed on this game.
No, I was gonna say no. I don't want to have to deal with dropping a bag off at the Caesars pool.
Ooh,
but Listen,
And you
I
certainly
don't
don't want him in your neck of the woods either in Detroit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fez, come see Uncle Cav. Some people come visit you in Detroit here, and then we don't won't have to deal with Fez being annoying anymore.
I'd like to see it though on the meetup at 8 Mile.
Yeah,
Fez, to see how he'd react.
yeah.
Oh man.
But no, I don't have much else as far as the CUSA Tuesday.
I did bet Kennesaw, but again, some of these games, just numbers, nothing strong confidence wise. Middle Tennessee's defense is very bad. Let's see. Is that just 9.5? Can't play it. You got to play it. To me, I need 10.5. What's the other game tomorrow? I haven't even gotten to it yet.
Troy, South Bama.
Yeah,
South
I'd only look. South Alabama's taking money, weren't they, right before the show?
Yeah.
I think that's the right side. I didn't bet it though. Troy's, I don't want to say unbettable, but they're getting there. Zach says he's got 10 on Kennesaw. No. Nope, need 10.5. I'm gonna be greedy. I don't want a best bet on Kennesaw. I really don't. Not to start off the week. No best bet.
You know who beat us to the punch right before the show? That was gonna be a best bet.
What's that?
The Fighting Jackie Tuttles, baby. Where you at on that one?
You really like that? What's the deal with that? Is Illinois banged up or what?
I mean, so I think those should be fully healthy. They're replacing the right tackle, who was the PFF worst graded tackle in all of football, with a guy that should have been the starting right tackle. And then a couple full weeks of practice for Jackie Heisman. So I was able to get
3.5, man. I made it 3. I understand anything less than 3. I bet Michigan with a plus sign. I can't like 3.5.
No, we missed. Yeah, you missed the boat here.
It might come back. There are a lot of Illinois lovers out there.
I could see if it goes back to 2.5, then maybe on Friday does it. But yeah, I can't do over 3.
That's a big game for the Wolverines to turn that season around.
Yeah. I turned on that. I was like, I didn't watch any snaps until like there was like 2-3 minutes to go, and I looked at my phone app and I was like, is Illinois about to lose? Like, what just happened here? Like, what is? And the fucking that Bert the fucking horseshoe up his ass. We got their win total under. I got their win total under them. These miracle victories week after week. Like,
I do like Michigan this week. Yeah, were they setting that up? Because the first bets.
Yeah.
Yesterday? Yeah. Was that you setting it up?
No. That was not. I noticed
Illinois. Because they flipped Illinois to favorite. I'm like, you guys are idiots. I mean, I bet Michigan. I was like, oh, I don't care who's betting this. Wolverines should be at least 3. All right. We'll see what happens with that on Friday. H-Train 34, East Carolina at Army, even at 16.5. I got 18 and open. I'm with you. I got 18 and open. Let's see where that one's at on Friday. Don't want to bet it now, but 17 or better, I think it's a good bet. Yeah. It's just a power ratings play. I mean, I've upgraded Army more than any team in the country, and I cannot get anywhere close to this number. Chris in the chat, why is Western Michigan taking money? Box score shows they should have lost their last 2 to really bad opponents.
People in this chat love it when we were out talking about best team in the MAC. They're talking about Western Michigan. They're the pick at Buffalo.
Yeah, they're not that
the best
great.
Team in the MAC. They're like the 4th, 5th best team in the MAC.
Yeah, somebody must like them. I'm not there. Got the 3. I'm betting Buffalo. I'll just tell you that. I bet the over in the game. I don't like this Western Michigan defense. No. I don't like them. AJ Downs in the chat. Northwestern catching 7 at home against Wisconsin. And then they jumped out at you. Jumped out at us at a different number. Wait, you might get a 7.5. I'm just letting them know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's top of the market for the Badgers. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If it was Barry Alvarez, Burt, Badger, like a couple Paul Chris teams, I would be like, this is when they start rolling. I mean, just start destroying some of the weaker teams in the conference. We got a super chat. Sorry. I'm a little like low E. I don't know what I got to pick. I didn't have my coffee. High value conversations. I'm taking Louisville plus 3.5 and Tennessee money line thoughts. I think you can get a better number on Louisville. So
you can't, and I gotta be honest with you, I might be
make sure you go to FanDuel and get that 4.5 if you like Louisville.
Yes.
I'm not getting involved right now on that.
No,
Tennessee, I need a 3. And they're starting to pop. But I'm not wild about either one. I thought I'd love both. I don't like what I'm seeing from Louisville.
I think I'm Oppo on that one. I haven't officially got in yet, but
Oh, you did your setup and then Oppo bet?
no, I tell you what. At a 3, I don't think a flat 3 pops. At a 3,
No.
I'm in on Miami. I don't really got a strong take on the other one. Haven't bet it and not really.
I bet the under.
Okay.
I know it's tough betting unders right now with Alabama games, but I don't see it from Tennessee's offense. And I bet the under in the Alabama-Tennessee game. I need a 3, and I certainly lean Tennessee. I thought I'd really like Louisville. I don't like the kick time. I thought it'd be a night game. It's a noon game. I don't like that for the crowd. I don't like Miami off a bye, and I don't like I've been betting Louisville the last couple of weeks. I mean, it's not there. I don't know what's going on there. So we appreciate the super chat. I wish I had a stronger opinion on those.
Yep.
But we appreciate you. $1.99, that gets you something. Zach will know. I don't shop down that aisle anymore. Oof, that's conceited. That'll get clipped. Ken Bruton in the chat, thoughts on Oklahoma State catching 10.5 off a bye. Where's the 10.5 at?
There's one out there at if you got an ace up your sleeve.
Okay.
There might be a couple of, I don't know, at some scummy books.
Oh, there were a couple, Zach says.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Did we go too early there? Oh, well. I bet I bet it at 7.5. That's why I got a text from the Blue Horseshoe saying how terrible I am. It's unbelievable. Not the 30 bets a week that I have with 3+ points. The one that moves against me. Okay. Trevor in the chat, take the points with Georgia. Ewers looked rusty. He did look rusty, but they got it going in other positions. That defensive front looks pretty good for them. Although Oklahoma stinks. Where you at on that one? I thought if you told me 2 weeks ago Georgia's getting 3.5, I'd been like, best bet Georgia. I don't like what I'm seeing from Georgia. They're not dialed in.
I know. There was even there was a 4 out there.
Oh yeah, there was.
Yeah, and there's even at a few places like a 4.5 right now. I know. I get what you're saying. It's like every week Georgia just hasn't.
I don't see
right.
the Clemson Georgia game. I haven't seen that since then.
It's hard.
The Alabama games aged really bad. I didn't like what I saw from them against Auburn, and I certainly didn't like what I saw against Mississippi State.
No.
So
true freshman's in there dealing, putting up 35 on them.
Yeah, not fluky. It's not like it was a bunch of turnovers, although there was a couple. Carson Beck, man. Oh, he threw for a career high 459 yards. He also made some terrible decisions. That one interception, I mean, it's literally like Georgia's going to put this one to bed. He throws an interception in the end zone. Just stupid right to the guy. Yep. I don't like what I'm seeing. So, no. We'll talk more about that game, obviously, on Friday. But I don't have a bet on the game. Maybe over when it's all said and done. Maybe. I don't know. LVD. What does it take on the increased travel adding up on some of these teams? It is. I mean, it certainly seems to be a problem. Stanford, it was a problem against Notre Dame. That one. I'll tell you what, I'll dive deep. I think I saw the 1-8 Big Ten. And Penn State won, but didn't cover. Ohio State lost. Minnesota won, but kind of near the line. I'll do some homework on that for the ACC and the Big Ten teams, and I'll get you some good records and see. But yeah, I think it is starting to impact some teams. Josh in the chat, I really like the over for Michigan, Illinois. I did bet that on open. I thought it was a little low. Purdue exposed Illinois secondary, and Illinois' offense strong should be points plus Tuttle. I think Michigan all of a sudden has a pass game that was non-existent. So yeah, I did like that. I thought that was a sneaky over. I always worry about. I was at that stadium in the spring. Ooh, it seems like a wind tunnel. Yeah. So that would worry me there. Because that was a cold day. I mean, it was. I mean, I literally just got done Indiana spring game the night before. It was 80. I mean, I swear to God, it was like 45 in Illinois and Champaign. I mean, it was brutal. Charles in the chat, what's the buy point on USC this week? I laid 7. I like the Trojans fight on. I don't like Maryland. But another cross-country travel.
Yeah. That's
they've taken body blows last 3-4 weeks. That's
They
a
really
schedule
have.
for them. And not laying 7.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you took the spot out of it, you gave both teams a few weeks, and I'd be like all over 7, like absolutely. I agree. Spot is tough for USC, especially after losing that Penn State game. Some more, back and forth travel here on the kind of the end of a spell, and it's just like, man, they had that Minnesota game. They got dragged down in the muck a little bit, lose that Penn State physical game, so. Yeah, Maryland, played Friday, so a little extra rest there for them. It is a tough spot. So I tell you what, though, there's always a number though, and if it dips under 7
on Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. Sometimes the spot becomes a little bit too pricey, if you know what I'm saying.
Garrett Watkins, how do you feel about Houston Saturday? I bet him. I think Zion Chris gives that offense some life. So I think Houston and the over are sneaky plays on the week.
I did though.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
No, I kind of need. I at a 7 or better. It was one of those.
Oh yeah, I mean, always. I'm just saying. I think Houston's the right side. So we'll see where the price is. You know what price I got. So
do you think?
Did I bet 6.5? No.
Do you ever feel like I think Kansas is one of those like 0-6 ATS, but have been lost cover. It's just, it's that time of the year where after a team has gone 5, 6, 7 weeks without a cover, hard to fade them again.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then maybe that's just
I don't know. I think the winner, if they look good, might be a bye team for multiple weeks, if that makes sense down the stretch. I think both are underrated a little bit. I played a number above a touchdown is what I did. Obviously, not breaking bread. I mean, news. He played a number above a key number. Big deal. Garrett Watkins, any interest in Arkansas? There's interest. I think they may be live outright. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. The problem is we got to get clarification on Taylor Green. I watched a clip on Sam Pittman's press conference today, and it was not like a resounding he's going to play. So that concerns me.
Yeah, no, I mean, who's there? I don't offhand. Who?
Let me think. Is it that North Carolina transfer, Criswell or whatever? Hold on. It was number 3 from the Tennessee game. Who was that? I gotta look. Give me a second.
Malachi Singleton.
Who?
Malachi Singleton.
Was it him? It was Malachi Singleton. Why am I thinking? Oh, Criswell was there and then transferred back to North Carolina. Yeah, it was number 3. It was Malachi Singleton, I think. He wasn't any good.
No.
No.
That's I mean, that's it right there. Like we talked about, I forget which game we were talking, QB or no QB. Like, if he's in, it's in Arkansas at 3, but if he's out, you probably lay LSU under 3.
Yeah. Action Sports Central making fun of my I checked the Phil Steele because I got all the depth charts right here.
Your old
look, I don't people are like, oh, it's not worth anything gambling. I know it's not worth anything gambling, but you know what? I know where everything's at on this damn thing. I worked there 6 years and I like looking at depth charts. I mean, it's quicker than me Googling, honestly, because I know where everything's at.
Yeah, you know what? You got to go to dinner, break bread. So maybe we get Phil on the show.
Oh, I don't know. I have not. That's going on 10 years. I have not said one word. It was so bad.
You told me that not that long ago.
The blood was so bad between us there for a while that if anyone was caught working in that office talking to me, they were instantly fired. So it was not on good terms. Action Sports Center, I was making fun too. But yeah, people make fun of that book. I don't use it for gambling. I use it for like a reference tool. Like I look, oh, this guy's out. Well, where was he? On the depth chart in the summer. So
Phil,
you bring it with you when you leave the house? No, I do not. But it's when I'm at my office. I mean, it's right here for reference.
Has he not tweeted in 5 years? Like,
no, that's not him. He tweets, doesn't he?
that's what I thought too, but
he doesn't have the same pull. It's
he
funny.
does
I used to be him on Twitter. Like when Twitter started, I was him on Twitter. And like Colin Cowherd would like retweet, check out this nugget from Phil Steele. It was me. I would, and then I'm not gonna go into details. I have so many stories. You like.
I was gonna say
we were like, man, Phil really.
Like, we might need a bonus episode.
I'll just say somebody at a 4-letter network was like, something happened with Phil. He really changed. Well, yeah, he did really change because.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was no longer. He left. Believe it or not, the guy that was doing all that. So. We'll have a tell-all podcast when I get ready to retire, which is going to be sooner than later. Peyton Hamlin. How about some midweek Conference USA action? Sam Houston -3. I'm on the opposite on that, and I took a bad. There's another bad number. I think I could have gotten 3.5. I took 3. Western Kentucky. I haven't watched. Have you seen a ton of snaps on Sam Houston? It's one team that I haven't seen a ton of. Obviously,
no, I mean a little bit.
But, time.
Yeah, nothing to have. I do think of paying a little bit of a premium. And it was a Western Kentucky team that I thought too had that maybe early in the season was like, okay, maybe things have fallen off at Western Kentucky, but
no, they're playing better.
Yeah,
that's a good game. I'm gonna watch that game so I can get it. I mean, I think the winner might be Jacksonville State's playing well too. I can tell you this. I think Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, and Jacksonville State are probably all better than Liberty. So that's what I'm looking to bet.
I was gonna say, like, this Liberty fall off is pretty incredible. But yeah, that'll be a good. That could. Yeah, I was gonna say that winner of that one is probably going to the championship game.
I'm just gonna watch it as a fan for the most part.
Actually, I got some Sam Houston feature. I gotta be more invested in that game than.
Yeah, I thought you did. You bought him when they were like.
I did buy in this.
Go to the conference, and you get like 20-30 to 1 just to go to the game, right?
No. Go to the game was like 5 or 6 to 1, but 20 or 30 to 1 to win it.
That's very live though. Liberty stinking.
That is very. I gotta lock in there, and that's
there you go.
Might have to send some envelopes down to the officiating crew there, and
It'd be nice. Second straight year, we got some a big. I don't think we gave it out though. I think you just have, right? Did we give it out? I don't know.
It's Jack. Is Sam Houston on the sheet?
We have Sam Houston over 4.5 wins. I've got to double check something here because I think we did add.
That's a winner.
Yeah, I think we did add because I have it written down as something. I'll check it here after the show, make sure.
Okay.
But I think we did give it out.
You don't no pressing need. I know you're tired, but
my.
Yeah, take 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah, and have a little, and then before you get
okay. We do love Zach. We kid him, but
I know. Every time I hear
I was starting a media
on another
company,
show, I think, thank God for Zach.
If I was starting a media company, I would let's just say there'd be a bidding war between me and the Hammer Network.
Yeah,
because I do. We kid him, but I tell other people
own this media company, Jason would be fired. The first thing I do, I come in and be like, Jason be fired in 30 seconds.
I do talk to Zach. I'm not kidding, and I'm not saying this because I'm on the air, but I do talk to other people in the industry. And your name gets floated around. So if you ever do get an offer, you can slip me a 20.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Your name gets brought up. I'm like, because I worked with a lot of producers, and I was a producer out of college. Zach's the real deal.
Real deal.
He is. I mean, there's not many like that. It's very tough to find. Hopefully, Pizza Man's paying you. If not, someone might. Arthur Gillette, that's gonna be funny. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Is Louisville a candidate for the underdog parlay? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, I wouldn't be. Would you be stunned if they won? No, but nah. They had to show me something the last couple weeks, and they didn't. Either game. Eat that. Thoughts on Georgia Texas over 53.5? That seems like a good bet because that's up. Yeah, I think in today's day and age of college football, good offense beats good defense. So we've seen the Georgia-Alabama game. We saw Oregon-Ohio State over. So I lean that way. Didn't bet it, though. David, Penn State game, a must-win. They're off this week, right?
Yeah, I was going to say.
David, if you're still in the chat.
I hope they don't lose on this week.
Yeah, bye's tough. Not that tough though.
They don't. Yeah. Next game, I will say, next game, not at Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin
before the Ohio State game, which looked like a layup until 2 weeks ago. So,
Garrett in the chat, Knish, is Michigan really going to start Tuttle? Yeah, why not? Illinois breathes a sigh of relief every time Michigan.
Have you seen the other guys play? Yeah, they're going to start. There'd be a revolt. I'd be, walking down Main Street to the coach's office if he wasn't going to start this week. Like, what? We don't have anybody else who can throw a forward pass. What do you mean? JB, I saw the guy play for 30 seconds. You could tell he's the best quarterback on the team. I don't care if he's 35 and a bad, a knee replacement. Tuttle's your starter if he's healthy.
Step on a duck, who I apologize for blocking at one point on Twitter. Nebraska +7 seems like it's getting steep. That was another. The doctor was on the other side. That was the doctor
again.
Yeah, he was active today.
I missed all the sevens.
Yeah, there was some buyback, and I'll say that I agree with the buyback. 7 was the buy price for me.
Yeah, I missed the 7. If a 7 pops again, I'd be in.
Yep. Diego to win the Heisman, 150-1. Have you done anything Heisman in the last couple weeks?
No. I will say.
Is Hunter going to play this week?
Well, I think I mean.
Where's Travis Hunter?
I was gonna say. I think.
Better show more.
I haven't seen him in the chat, but I wouldn't be buying. I think he's dead after that game, and they're coming out.
Geez.
I mean, do you think there's any way he gets back in?
I think there's still a chance, but yeah, there's still a chance. He's not dead yet, but you can't miss a bunch of games, and they can't continue to lose. What'd we say? Wait until they start losing some games. Fezzik texted me throwing everybody under the bus on Monday. Was I throwing people under the bus? I just praised Zach as like a producer star. Yeah. I tweeted, I mean, I'm not hiding anything from Fez. He's the one that came after me. I was quiet. I didn't even mention the Maryland game. I mean, now I did. Maryland. And he's a Northwestern grad. 2 units, minus 370, 2 units. My goodness. He came after me, and now he's blaming me that I'm harsh. Get out of here.
Other, I mean, any Heisman? I don't have any. No, I know we talked Klubnik a few weeks on the show, but I think his price come down too far.
Gabriel appropriately moved up, which we said.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they got to win out with him, and I don't know if I see it.
I'll say this: if Genty just continues to, Genty has very similar last 6 games of the season, and why wouldn't he? They're favored in every game. If he pretty much just doubles that or comes close to doubling that, he's going to be your Heisman winner. I applaud it. That would be great for college football.
How is this game at 10:30? I tell you, as I get older, the more I need to be on Pacific time. The big one, Boise UNLV, not this Friday, but a week from Friday.
This is how old I am. I'm out here. 7:30 start time. I'm like, it's probably too late for me.
I'll see the first half. Yeah, that's that's the game, right? Because it's Friday night, kind of some national exposure. The best team they're going to play all year. He puts it up on that one.
Then bad, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's the only real defense they play for the maybe Nevada. I mean, I don't know. Nevada's defense already.
He's going to run on him. I'm just letting you know. I watched LaQuinn Allen for Syracuse run on him. He's going to run on him. I'm rooting for Ashton Genty to win it, but it's fun. I like having Scadaboo. I think for Arizona State deserves some, publicity. I'll tell you what, if Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt pulls a couple more upsets, he deserves to be in there. This is a fun Heisman race.
Pavia's 150-1. I mean, what's Vanderbilt's remaining schedule here? They got Ball State and then Texas. I tell you what
if he beat Texas?
I was gonna say, if he beat Texas at home, then you know what? He's going to New York.
Yeah, it's just a fun. That's a fun Heisman. There he is.
Yeah, well,
I think he should be ahead of some of them guys. Though, to be honest with you, if I was voting,
of those he probably can't win, but
you'd love to see him in New York. I just want to have a fun. It'd be awesome just to have 4 or 5 guys there. From nothing. I tweeted this earlier today. It'd be just to have a finalist of that would be awesome. The Warren kid for Penn State. That would be, it'd If you've seen him, it wasn't just a one-game fluke for him. Been watching Penn State. What is he like? I don't know. I'm rooting for Genty. Oklahoma State now 10.5 minus 115 in BYU. A little rich. Yeah, we agree. That's trip. Purdue plus 28 at home. Have you done anything with that game?
No, I mean, I know they showed some life last week versus Illinois and some good fight, but I know this in the spot you want to talk about. I missed. Did you get that? Someone got that 20. I missed that 25 at Circa.
I missed it too. I'm more interested, honestly, in Oregon.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, I appreciate the effort of getting down and coming back and like, you know, the whole quit on Walters thing. No, they were able to get, and the backup quarterback looked all right. I mean, they're still awful. Like they're still absolutely awful. Defensively, they are a tragedy. So no, I can't do it there. To be honest, I agree with you. I think I'd be on the other side if I had to bet it right now.
Step on a duck. BG Kent under 57.5. We're just rooting for Kent State points.
I mean,
I would lean under.
I would lean that way. I haven't got it in yet.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I mean, and it mostly like it's 55, 56 now.
All right.
So again, would lean that way, assuming Bays doesn't play. This could all blow up in my face if Bays, they shoot him up and he, throws for 400 yards on this atrocious Kent State defense.
Yeah, Kevin's right. I went after Thamel, Steele, Raz, Fez. Did I go after Raz?
I don't think so. No, Raz. Thamel,
I just said they were not in the market right now.
Thamel was deserved.
Thamel deserved it. He had terrible info. I had the right info. Steele, I gave him props. I'm like, this is good. It's right. Where's it at on my desk? Front and center. I just said that, how did I go after him? I just spoke the truth that, we haven't spoken in 10 years and anybody that was caught talking to me got fired. How is that not true? That's not going after anybody. It's just the reality. It does exist, folks, not just the keyboard. Lucky spoke. Cam Rising over under 7.5 years. This got to be it. That was painful to watch on Friday night.
Listen, under normal before the current NIL college environment, I would have said yes. If someone offers him, he's not going pro. If someone offers him, couple hundred.
Offer him. Who wants to watch that? Some sadomasochist?
I
don't want to see him ever again.
Let me tell you something. If my options next year are Alex Orgy, Davis Warren, or some true freshman or Cam Rising, come on home to Ann Arbor, I'll take him over what the fucking corpses were thrown out there, unless my man Portnoy, drops $5 million on a transfer.
You guys will figure it out next year. There'll be enough money.
I mean, but if you're a G5 program, you got a little bit of money to throw around. You
find somebody else.
What else is he gonna do? I don't think he's pro. I mean,
did you watch? I mean, I watched it. It was not. It was painful to watch. As much pain as he was in, that's how painful it was to watch it. Oof. Garrett, a couple more, and then we're out. You think Nevada's live Friday night? Yeah, I do. They shoot their gun against Oregon State. I did bet Nevada on Friday against Fresno. We'll talk more about that one on Friday. Where you number dependent, obviously.
Number dependent. I wouldn't be in now.
Yeah. Demond, Arizona State +3. I like number dependent. I don't like the spot for Arizona State. I
didn't get involved.
Give me the right number and I'll bet them, but I think it's just a classic 3's price, the right number. I'll lay 2.5. I'll take 3.5. I mean, I hate to cop out with that answer, but that's kind of where I'm at on that game.
Oh, we haven't talked about the BP you're fighting Irish, the BP service. I don't think King's going.
No, we didn't. I don't have any inside info, but kind of like the Memphis game, just reading.
Yeah.
Old school. I'll give a compliment. Old school, what Phil and some of the old guys taught me. Just do some reading. And reading the tea leaves. Haynes King might play, might not play. If he does play, he's not gonna be 100%. Didn't finish that game.
Yeah.
And that game was not like they're up 4 touchdowns. The game was in doubt. And that kid is a tough kid, and he usually plays. He wasn't in there, and the game was in doubt. So today didn't give confidence with what the coach said. Said day to day.
Yeah.
That was the same answer.
That's the
The same answer as South Florida coach said.
Yeah.
So he is worth a lot. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Pyron's played, but Haynes King can run and throw, and he's worth – I'll just say this. He's worth more than 3 points. So if he gets declared out, we're heading to 14.
Yeah.
So that was just – do I love Notre Dame? I think they're figuring some things out. I will tell you that in the throw game, which I said on Saturday's show. Somebody's saying, bet Riley Leonard props over. I'm like, nah, they're going to throw it. And they did. At least I was right there for once. If he doesn't play, it's going to be a very tough game for Georgia Tech, even with Benjamin Morrison out for Notre Dame. Any closing thoughts? Thanks for giving me props, man. You propped me up on that one. What do we got, Zach?
I got something. We have confirmation. Sam Houston State CUSA outright winner September 2nd, 12-1 was given out. I have it here. Around the 50-minute mark, if anybody really wants to go fact check, that was also double checked and confirmed by our friend in the chat, RW Fan 23. And Mr. Knish, that will be Red Wings Fan 23.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to pop on Edgework because me and Albert got a head-to-head season battle here on the Wings. I gotta go find some Wings futures too.
This episode, by the way, just in case
our
anyone's
dub,
wondering.
baby. We're
wow, look at that.
Yeah, right here at this exact time.
At my old house. But
Well done. That was good. Very good quip there. Wow. I like that. Good job, Zach. Way to be, bud. Damel's got Haynes King playing. Charles says I'm head to head with him again.
I haven't seen, but
I don't have. I will say I'm not as confident as last week. That one I was really confident that. I just think if he does play, I mean, it's a shoulder. He's not going to take a bunch. They're not going to run him 20 times.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like the kudos to RW Fan, Red Wings Fan 23 for the help on that one,
baby.
12-1.
Wings tonight versus the Albers Rangers. If you see the ice dancers cleaning the ice in between, you can see Alber, shoveling some snow there for $2 an hour.
One other thing, we haven't done this. We used to staple for a couple years. I just want to tip the cap. How about them Detroit Lions?
Oh, yeah. Well, again, great victory. The Hutch loss, devastating, really devastating. So we'll see if I still think they're in the mix, but it's hard to lose your best player overall. And, if you want to win a Super Bowl, obviously I think they can still, playoff division and all that, but if you want to win a Super Bowl, man, that was tough to see. But yeah, they went to Jerry's World and they really put it on them.
Max Crosby.
Listen. I know the coming home. This is a nerd conversation, but it is really hard to give up assets and take on that deal. You really put in the NFL. That's not good business. That
I agree.
Behind the 8 ball, you kind of got to hope some of your young guys step up. Hutch comes back next year, type of thing. But you don't want to be giving up first round picks and taking on salary in this league. It's just that gets you in a really bad spot. So,
wow,
I know that's not the fun
measured take.
I know that's not the right. I know
what's going on here.
If this was 97-1, I'd be on there saying Crosby now give up whatever it takes. We're all in, but it's just that really is not good business in the NFL. But it makes it so your whole salary structure is screwed up there. So
love it, man. I was stunned at what you just said.
I know they already paid Marcus Davenport too, who's out for the year. So you already allocated money to that position, and so now you want to trade for Crosby and give up a first? You can't do it.
All right. Well, that's the well-reasoned, well-thought Detroit Lions fan that we all know, Mr. Knish, the man, the myth, the legend, producer extraordinaire Zach Phillips. I want to thank each and every one of you for the questions, comments. Oh, we got to recap the bets real quick. Let's recap what we gave out. Sorry. I always forget to do this. So if you join late to the party, here's the bets. And obviously you can also follow along the bets on BetStamp here. But we did give out quite a bit. Oklahoma State +10, Wisconsin -6.5, Kent State +20.5. I thought we gave that out 21. See, I give Phillips credit and look at this.
Yeah, now we got to suspend him.
Yeah, this is what happens. I mean, unbelievable. Kentucky -2.5. And then the over in the Tulane Rice game.
Market like that Kentucky play because that took off. So
yeah, I said they're gonna close favors.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a good play. Real good play. Really good. Should have given that out on the outsource. Now I'm regretting. I think it's still good though. You're crossing through that very key number of 0, but really good play. That'll do it. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer extraordinaire, Zach Phillips. Thanks for all the questions, comments, concerns. I'm merely Brad Powers. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you Friday.